December 16th, 2025. Another Russian soldier was spotted walking along a logistics route. A drone belonging to Ukraine's 3rd Assault Unit was immediately dispatched to attack. But this time, the Russian soldier was not like the others and chose to fight back. Seeing the drone attack, the soldier began to fight back with all his might. He ran, he maneuvered, but for some reason, he couldn't bring himself to fire his weapon at the drone. Maybe he was out of ammunition. He threw his empty weapon at the drone, but still couldn't bring it down. Ukrainian forces are again searching for Russian units in the Donetsk region. A drone quickly searching many front lines soon detects a group of advancing Russian assault units on the road. The Russian soldiers, who did not expect this sudden attack, were caught completely off guard. Look carefully. 2 soldiers on motorcycles are approaching. However, they will encounter an attack drone. The drone failed to hit the first soldier, but the second soldier became the target of the attack. This is the Lyman and Sumy regions. Russian soldiers are being caught by drones in a prepared manner. In just one day, drones belonging to the Ukrainian Signum Battalion managed to detect and neutralize countless Russian soldiers. What is striking about the targeted soldiers is that they are always alone. Could the increase in soldiers moving alone be an indication of morale and organizational problems at the front? A Russian soldier spotted on a logistics route in the Donetsk region. You need to watch what happens next carefully. The Russian soldier noticed a drone following him and even panicked. However, the Ukrainian drone operator did not speed up and continued to follow the soldier slowly. The drone's failure to attack confused the Russian soldier, and he did not know what to do. Since the Russian military drone did not attack, he stopped watching it, thinking it was a Russian drone, and calmly continued on his way. It was at this very moment that the drone attacked. Look at the moment of the attack. The Russian soldier spotted the drone, but chose to remain completely motionless. What could have been the reason for this? Here's another soldier standing motionless. Russian soldiers are really in a tough spot on the front lines. They're suffering heavy losses, especially in the Donetsk region. Drones have changed the dynamics across the entire front. Watch the attacks very carefully. Russian soldiers are completely exhausted and scattered. Even their camouflage is torn. The Russian soldier noticed the drone following him. Panicking and unsure what to do, the soldier began wandering around trying to hide. Of course, as you might guess, he was alone again. A long pursuit began. While one drone followed the soldier, the other began searching for a suitable position to attack. Another reason the pursuit lasted so long was that the soldier might reveal a shelter or hiding place. The drone has already taken off for the attack. At that moment, the Russian soldier is still looking for a place to hide. But there is another detail that stands out. The soldier is holding his stomach as he walks. He is most likely wounded. It should also be noted that Russian soldiers patrol the front in pairs. Soldiers who are alone are usually those who have lost their teammates. With nowhere left to run, the soldier tried to hide behind a tree, but became a target. The drone carrying high explosives struck the soldier directly. A Ukrainian FPV drone detected a Russian soldier walking alone on the front line. The well-equipped soldier continued walking for minutes, unaware of the drone following him. Although it was not entirely clear where the soldier wanted to go, a drone had already been launched for the attack. While the reconnaissance drone followed the soldier, the FPV drone for the attack began to approach from the other side. It was too late for the soldier, who was heading into the trees to rest. The FPV drone quickly reached the Russian soldier. The drone made a very fast maneuver and targeted the soldier. The Russian soldier noticed the drone at the last moment, but could not escape. Ukrainian forces searching for Russian soldiers in the Pakovsk region soon managed to capture 2 Russian soldiers standing on the road. They attacked without hesitation. One of the soldiers started shooting to stop the drone approaching them, but failed to shoot it down. The soldier who survived the drone's first attack was unable to escape the second maneuver. Why is it so hard to shoot down these FPV drones? This attack is very interesting. 2 Russian soldiers carrying fuel were spotted in the Donetsk region. A drone was immediately sent to the soldiers, who were in a completely open area and could easily be targeted by drones. The rapidly approaching drone managed to attack the soldiers from behind. The impact of the collision caused the fuel the soldiers were carrying to ignite. The soldier managed to survive the first drone attack, but was seriously injured. He immediately went outside and entered a house, but the attacks did not stop. The soldier did not survive the second drone attack. After the explosion, the soldier was unable to get out. This is the Pakovsk region and an abandoned house where approximately 10 Russian soldiers are hiding. Ukrainian forces begin bombing the house with drones. Attacks begin one after another. No Russian soldiers are still coming out from inside. But the Ukrainian drone operators are quite determined because they are sure there are soldiers there. The house, bombed repeatedly, is completely destroyed and collapses. With nowhere left to flee or hide, the soldiers decide to surrender, coming out unarmed with their hands in the air. Russian soldiers emerging from their underground trenches were hit by an FPV drone attack. Russian military vehicles in the same area were also targeted by drones and rendered inoperable. Russian soldiers are no longer safe anywhere. Winter has arrived, and look at the latest situation on the front line. It has started snowing. Now, a Russian soldier riding an ATV is being targeted by a drone. And yet another soldier who will share the same fate. An unmanned ground vehicle belonging to Russian forces, but it was destroyed shortly after. What do you think about all these tactical mistakes made by Russian forces? Can Russia gain anything from this front? Have you seen this unmanned ground vehicle before? This vehicle, belonging to Russian forces, was spotted roaming the terrain with an automatic machine gun mounted on it and was immediately neutralized. First, drones launched an attack and successfully targeted the vehicle. With 2 drone attacks, the unmanned ground vehicle lost its mobility. And the third drone attack, which would deliver the final blow, was also carried out. 2 soldiers on night watch were attacked unexpectedly. The fiber optic drone managed to hit the soldiers and a huge explosion occurred. Even at night, Russian soldiers are not safe at the front. These attacks were carried out at night. Thanks to the night vision systems on the drones, Russian soldiers became targets while sleeping in their camps. This is truly one of the worst situations for a soldier. Soldiers who are attacked while completely defenseless and asleep have no chance of survival. The entire front line, stretching for hundreds of kilometers in the Donetsk region, is under attack by Ukrainian forces. As technological superiority increases, are soldiers' chances of survival decreasing? Take a close look at the Russian soldiers spotted in the Zaporizhia region. They are preparing to send a drone. This is a position where Russian drone operators are located. When they went outside for the drone, their location was detected, but Ukrainian FPV drones cannot enter the area. Therefore, another method of attack was attempted. The Ukrainian 108th TDF Brigade carried out a HIMARS attack on the location of the Russian soldiers. The arrival of winter has now triggered an increasingly difficult battle for for both countries. However, winter is the biggest disadvantage for Russian forces. This is because Ukrainian troops, whose defensive positions are already in good condition, continue to defend their territory. But Russian forces are finding it increasingly difficult to hold new defensive positions. What do you think about all these FPV drone attacks you've seen? Will Russian forces lose the war against drones?